Perry accuser Derek Dixon sits down in a TV interview for the first time, sharing allegations of workplace assault and harassment. User claims that Tyler Perry denies, but Dixon says he's speaking out now to try to stop a billionaire who won't stop them.
Tonight, Hollywood is reeling as one of its most beloved figures is suddenly at the center of a scandal that sounds like it came straight out of one of his own dramatic screenplays. Tyler Perry, actor, writer, billionaire filmmaker, and the mastermind behind Medea, is now making headlines for something no one ever expected: an alleged FBI raid and rumors of private flash drives filled with what insiders are calling dirty secrets. This isn't tabloid gossip. Multiple reports are claiming that federal agents executed a search warrant on Tyler Perry's private offices and possibly even his home. Fans are stunned, the industry is silent, and social media is on fire. What could possibly be on those drives? Industry secrets? Personal files? Something far more scandalous? Tonight, we're going to break down everything we know, everything we don't, and why this could become one of the biggest Hollywood controversies of the decade. To understand the weight of this situation, you first have to appreciate who Tyler Perry really is and why his name being linked to an FBI raid has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. Perry isn't just another celebrity, he's a one-man empire, the first African-American man to own a major film studio outright, a billionaire who built his career from the ground up, and a symbol of hope for countless aspiring creators. He's known for playing the no-nonsense, gun-toting grandmother Medea, but off-screen, Perry is a philanthropist, a mentor, and a businessman whose story has inspired millions. For decades, Tyler Perry has kept a squeaky clean public image. Unlike many in Hollywood, he's rarely associated with scandal, messy lawsuits, or tabloid controversies.
What made you decide to come forward with your story?
I wanted to speak out and not stay silent about it anymore.
When you hear Tyler Perry, you think of family-friendly plays, emotional films, and rags-to-riches success stories. That's exactly why this news has so many people scratching their heads. If there's anyone you wouldn't expect to see mentioned in connection with an FBI investigation, it's him. But apparently, that's exactly what happened. According to early reports, federal agents executed a raid last week targeting Perry's private office space in Atlanta, where Tyler Perry Studios, his massive 330-acre film production complex, operates. Eyewitnesses say they saw several unmarked black SUVs arriving early in the morning, followed by agents carrying boxes and electronic equipment out of the building. One anonymous insider, reportedly an employee who works near the studio lot, told a local news outlet, "It was like something out of a movie. They weren't here for a tour. They came in with a purpose, and it looked like they left with evidence." The details are still murky. The FBI has not released an official statement, but leaked reports claim the agents were specifically looking for digital storage devices, hard drives, laptops, and most importantly, flash drives. And they apparently found them.
What kind of a toll would you say that this is all taken on you?
I was extremely anxious. The calls got to a point where the calls and texts were almost every day. Just this constant state of like, if I don't answer, I will lose my job.
Sources say that a collection of small USB drives was seized during the raid, and that those drives contained sensitive material. Now, the phrase sensitive material could mean almost anything: financial records, emails, even unreleased scripts or business plans. But online speculation has gone much further, with some suggesting that the files contain industry secrets, private communications, and even evidence that could implicate other powerful figures in Hollywood. And here's where the story gets even more intense. Rumors began circulating within hours of the raid that Tyler Perry himself had been taken in for questioning, and in some reports, even arrested. Now, to be clear, there has been no confirmation that Perry was arrested. His representatives have not issued any official statement, and no arrest record has surfaced publicly. Still, the mere possibility of Tyler Perry being detained by federal authorities has sent Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok into a frenzy. Comment sections are filled with fans asking, what could they possibly have on Tyler Perry? And, is this another celebrity takedown, or is he being targeted unfairly? Some users are already calling it a witch hunt, while others believe that if the FBI got involved,
We were over at his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of not driving. And his house is far from Atlanta and where I was living. And I got into bed, and
something very serious must be going on. This is where the mystery deepens. Because if what's on those drives is truly as explosive as insiders claim, it could not only damage Perry's personal reputation, but also shake up the very foundations of the entertainment industry. Remember, Tyler Perry isn't just a filmmaker. He employs hundreds of people, collaborates with major studios, and has a direct pipeline to streaming platforms and distribution channels worldwide. If his files contain controversial communications, say emails with other industry executives, contracts with questionable clauses, or even information on Hollywood's inner workings, then we could be looking at a scandal that implicates far more than just Perry himself. As of now, Perry's official social media accounts have gone quiet. He hasn't posted anything since the news broke, which is unusual for someone who is normally very vocal about social justice issues and his personal projects. His silence is only adding fuel to the fire. According to multiple leaks circulating online, the flash drives are rumored to contain files labeled with cryptic names, some allegedly referencing major studios, others referencing well-known actors and producers. A few unverified screenshots that supposedly came from the drives have been making the rounds on Reddit.
he has said, turn around so I can look at you, and just commented on how I looked, and then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. It was very, very strange. I mean, I think it's okay that people try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop.
What followed, Dixon alleges, was a relentless campaign of psychological pressure and escalating advances.
And X, though their authenticity hasn't been confirmed by any credible source. Still, the descriptions are enough to send imaginations running wild. Some bloggers claim the drives could hold unreleased footage, private business deals, or confidential contracts that might expose shady practices inside Hollywood. Others are speculating that they might contain personal information, private emails, photos, or correspondence that could embarrass not just Perry but other A-listers too. This is the kind of speculation that thrives online, especially when there's no official statement to set the record straight. And when it comes to a figure as influential as Tyler Perry, the speculation becomes 10 times louder. A popular theory that has been trending in the last 48 hours suggests that the FBI's interest might not even be about Perry personally, but about information he possesses. In other words, Perry could have stumbled across something,